First contact crisis. The rhythmic hum of the engines provided a comforting backdrop as Commander Elena Reyes studied the tactical display on the bridge of the UES Thunderbolt. 6 months into their deep space patrol, the Thunderbolt had ventured farther from Earth than any human vessel before it. The ship represented humanity's finest achievement, a perfect blend of power, technology, and ingenuity that had taken generations to develop. Commander called Lieutenant Santos from the sensor station, his voice cutting through her thoughts. "We're picking up an anomaly at the edge of the Proxima Centauri system." Reyes straightened in her command chair. "Define anomaly, Lieutenant." "Unknown vessel, ma'am. Nothing like we've ever encountered. It's massive, at least 3 times our size, and it's not broadcasting any recognizable signature." A chill ran down her spine. For decades, humanity had wondered if they were alone in the universe. Now, it seemed they had their answer. "Battle stations," she ordered calmly. "But weapons remain cold. Let's not start an interstellar incident on humanity's first contact." The bridge erupted into controlled chaos as officers moved to their positions. Red warning lights bathed the command center in an eerie glow. "Open a channel on all frequencies," Reyes commanded. "Universal greeting package ready." Communications Officer Park nodded. "Ready, Commander." "Transmit and wait." The bridge fell silent as the message was sent, a carefully crafted combination of mathematical principles, basic chemistry, and digital representations of humans designed to communicate peaceful intentions to any intelligent species. "They're responding," Park announced, surprise evident in his voice. "Translating now." The main view screen flickered to life, and Reyes found herself staring at a being unlike anything she had ever seen. The alien had iridescent blue-green skin stretched over an elongated skull. 4 eyes, each a different shade of amber, blinked independently at her. Its mouth was a thin horizontal slit that moved in strange patterns as it spoke. "This is High Commander Drovek of the Varaxian Imperium vessel Indomitable Will," the translation software rendered in a flat, synthetic voice. "Your presence in our sovereign territory is unauthorized. Identify yourselves and state your purpose." Reyes squared her shoulders. "I am Commander Elena Reyes of the United Earth ship Thunderbolt. We are on a peaceful exploration mission from Earth. We were unaware this sector was claimed territory. We come with peaceful intentions." The alien's upper eyes narrowed slightly. "Earth. We have no record of this world or its species. Your vessel appears primitive. How did you achieve interstellar travel?" There was something in the alien's tone that set Reyes on edge. Condescension, perhaps. She chose her next words carefully. "We developed our own FTL drive system based on quantum fluctuation theory. We've been capable of interstellar travel for only 15 Earth years. This is our first encounter with another spacefaring species." High Commander Drovek seemed to consider this information, his head tilting at an odd angle. "Interesting. Your technological development is unexpected for such a young species. Nevertheless, you have entered Varaxian space. Our laws require that all unregistered vessels submit to inspection and cataloging." Tactical Officer Alvarez leaned toward Reyes. "Commander, their sensors are scanning us. Deep penetration scans. They're trying to access our computer systems." Reyes felt her jaw tighten. "Lieutenant Park, inform the Varaxian vessel that deep scans of our ship without permission violate our protocols. Request they cease immediately." After the message was relayed, Drovek's expression shifted to something Reyes couldn't interpret. "Your concern is noted, Commander Reyes. However, inspection is non-negotiable for uncatalogued species. Prepare to be boarded." "Sir," Alvarez whispered urgently, "they're activating what appear to be tractor systems, and their weapon banks are powering up." Reyes stood from her chair. "High Commander Drovek, while we respect your protocols, we cannot allow boarding without proper diplomatic channels being established. Earth protocol requires mutual agreement before personnel exchange. I propose we continue our discussion to reach an understanding." The alien commander's 4 eyes blinked in unison. Your species is either brave or foolish, Commander. Perhaps both. Your vessel is significantly outmatched by the indomitable will. We have been exploring the stars for millennia while your kind was still discovering fire. Compliance is not a request. As the translation completed, the ship shuddered violently. They've locked a tractor beam on us, reported Alvarez. Attempting countermeasures. Engine status, Rice demanded. Chief Engineer Rodriguez's voice came through the comm. Quantum drive fully operational, Commander. But if they've got us in a tractor beam, engaging the drive could tear the ship apart. Rice knew she had seconds to make a decision that could define humanity's place among the stars. Submit to unknown aliens who clearly viewed humans as inferior, or risk conflict with a technologically advanced civilization. All hands, she announced, her voice steady. Prepare for emergency maneuver Theta 6. The bridge crew exchanged glances. Theta 6 was theoretical, a desperate tactic designed to break free from superior forces by creating a controlled quantum field disruption. Ma'am, Rodriguez warned, Theta 6 has never been tested outside simulation. Noted, Chief. But I'm not letting aliens board this ship without Earth's consent. Not today. She turned back to the view screen. High Commander Drovek, we appreciate your position, but we must decline. The Thunderbolt will not submit to boarding. We request you release your tractor beam and allow us to withdraw from your territory. Drovek's expression hardened. Your obstinance is surprising for such a young species. Perhaps a demonstration of Voraxian power will help you understand your position. The tactical display lit up with warnings as the alien vessel charged its primary weapons array. They're targeting our propulsion systems, Alvarez reported. Precision strikes designed to disable, not destroy. Reyes nodded. They want us intact. Execute Theta 6 on my mark. She addressed the view screen once more. High Commander, we have no wish for conflict. Please reconsider. Your technology is impressive for your development stage, Commander Reyes. Drovek replied. But it is still thousands of years behind ours. Your resistance, while admirable, is futile. The Thunderbolt shuddered again as the tractor beam intensified. Final warning, Drovek stated. Submit or face consequences. Reyes met the alien's four-eyed gaze unflinchingly. We respectfully decline. Humanity stands on its own terms. She turned to her crew. Execute Theta 6. Now. Rodriguez initiated the sequence from engineering. For a moment, nothing happened. Then, the quantum drive emitted a controlled burst of energy that rippled through the tractor beam. The view screen showed a flash of blue light where the energies met. The ship lurched violently, throwing crew members against their stations. Warning klaxons blared as systems throughout the ship temporarily overloaded. Status. Reyes demanded once the ship stabilized. Tractor beam disrupted, Alvarez reported, unable to keep the surprise from his voice. We're free, Commander. On the view screen, High Commander Drovek's expression could only be described as shocked. Impossible, the alien stated flatly. Your technology shouldn't be capable of. As I said, High Commander, Reyes interrupted, allowing herself a small smile. Humanity stands on its own terms. We will now withdraw from your territory as a show of good faith. We hope future communications can be conducted through proper diplomatic channels. You think you can simply leave? Drovek's tone had changed, a new edge to it. The Voraxian Imperium does not allow unknown variables to exist. Your species has just demonstrated technology that should be beyond your capabilities. This requires investigation. The tactical display showed the massive alien vessel moving to intercept the Thunderbolt's projected course. They're charging weapons again, Alvarez reported. Multiple targeting locks. Reyes felt the weight of humanity's future pressing down on her shoulders. The next few minutes would determine whether Earth's first contact with alien life would end in peace or conflict. All hands, she announced, her voice resolute. Prepare for combat operations, defiance and resolution. The bridge of the UES Thunderbolt hummed with tension as the massive Voraxian vessel loomed before them, weapon systems charged and targeting solutions locked. Options, Rise demanded, her mind racing through possible scenarios. We could attempt to outrun them, suggested Navigation Officer Chen. The quantum drive recovered faster than expected after Theta 6. We might be able to make a short jump. Tactical Officer Alvarez shook his head. Their weapons range is extensive. They'd get at least one shot off before we could engage the drive. Ray studied the tactical display, analyzing the alien ship's configuration. Something about its design caught her attention. The way its sensor arrays were positioned, clustered primarily on its forward sections. Lieutenant Santos analyzed their sensor coverage. Do they have any blind spots? Santos worked his console furiously. Interesting, he muttered after a moment. Their aft sensor coverage is significantly reduced when their main weapons are fully charged. Some kind of power distribution issue, perhaps. A plan began to form in Raya's mind. Chen, plot a course that takes us directly toward the Voraxian vessel, then a sharp, evasive pattern that brings us underneath and behind them. Chen looked up in shock. Toward them, Commander. Exactly where they won't expect us to go. Reyes turned to Alvarez. Prepare chaff packages and ready point defense systems. If I'm right, they'll expect us to run, not charge. The view screen flickered as High Commander Drovek appeared again. Your delay tactics are pointless. Commander Reyes, submit your vessel or face destruction. Reyes kept her expression neutral. We're considering our options, High Commander. Surely there's room for negotiation between our species. The time for negotiation has passed, Drovak stated coldly. Your technological capabilities require study. The Voraxian Imperium cannot allow unknown advancements to exist beyond our control. I understand your concern, Reyes replied, buying time as her crew prepared. But surely. She cut the transmission with a gesture. Execute maneuver now. The Thunderbolt surged forward, its engines pushing to maximum thrust. The unexpected move caught the Voraxians off guard. Their weapons had been configured for a retreating target, not one racing directly toward them. They're recalibrating, Alvarez reported. Weapons lock shifting. Deploy chaff and initiate electronic countermeasures, Reyes ordered. The space between the vessels filled with electronic noise and debris designed to confuse targeting systems. The Thunderbolt shuddered as a glancing blow from the alien weapons struck its reinforced hull. Minor damage to outer plating, reported Rodriguez from engineering. Shields holding at 92%. The human vessel executed a tight turn that would have crushed its crew without the advanced inertial dampeners, slipping beneath the massive Voraxian ship and emerging behind it. We're in their blind spot, Santos confirmed. They're trying to reorient, but their size makes them less maneuverable. Now for Phase 2, Reyes said. Deploy the Mantis drones. Alvarez pressed a sequence on his console, and a dozen small autonomous drones launched from the Thunderbolt's ventral base. The Micro-Autonomous Networked Tactical Intelligence System was one of Earth's most closely guarded military secrets, AI-driven platforms capable of coordinated action without central control. Drones deployed, entering swarming configuration, Alvarez reported. The Mantis units spread out, their sophisticated stealth systems making them nearly invisible to conventional sensors. They attached themselves to the Voraxian vessel's hull at strategic points, engines, weapons, and communication arrays. What are they doing? Drovek's voice boomed over the comm system. We're detecting multiple small objects attaching to our hull. Reyes reopened the channel. High Commander, those are automated defensive systems. They're currently in passive mode, but they can deliver localized EMP bursts capable of temporarily disabling targeted systems on your vessel. It wasn't entirely true. The drones could do much more than that. But Reyes didn't need to reveal all of humanity's capabilities at once. This is impossible, Drovek responded, genuine confusion in his voice. Your level of technology cannot include such advanced autonomous systems. Perhaps the Varaxian Imperium has underestimated humanity, Rais suggested. We may be young as a spacefaring species, but we are resourceful and innovative. We develop differently than you expected. A long silence followed before Drovak spoke again. Your species presents a puzzle, Commander Rais. Our historical models suggest a clear technological progression for emerging civilizations. You appear to have skipped steps. Rais allowed herself a small smile. Necessity drives innovation, High Commander. Earth's history has been filled with challenges that forced us to adapt quickly. The tactical display showed the Varaxian vessel powering down its weapons, a hopeful sign. I propose a new approach, Rais continued. Instead of conflict, let us exchange information. A cultural and scientific dialogue that could benefit both our species. Drovak's 4 eyes seemed to focus more intently. You offer exchange when you are at a tactical disadvantage. Your drones, while impressive, cannot overcome our full capabilities. Perhaps not, Rais acknowledged. But they could cause significant damage before you neutralize them. Neither of us wants that outcome. I believe diplomacy serves us both better than conflict. The bridge crew watched anxiously as Drovak considered this. The alien's expression was unreadable to human eyes. You are not what we expected, humans, Drovak finally said. The Imperium's protocols are clear regarding newly discovered species, but your technological anomalies suggest special consideration might be warranted. Rais nodded. Special consideration is all we ask. A chance to establish diplomatic relations properly with mutual respect. Respect. Drovak repeated the word as if testing it. An interesting concept from a species that should, by all measures, be subordinate to ours. In the Varaxian Imperium, is advancement measured solely by time? Rais asked, or by what one accomplishes with the time given? This question seemed to strike a chord with the alien commander. His posture shifted subtly. A philosophical question worthy of consideration, he admitted. The 7th Edict of Imperial Exploration does allow for exceptions when encountering unique circumstances. Hope flickered through Rais. And would you consider this a unique circumstance, High Commander? After what seemed like an eternity, Drovak nodded. I would. Your species has demonstrated both technological ingenuity and tactical wisdom. He paused. I will report your existence to the Imperial Council with a recommendation for formal diplomatic contact, rather than immediate integration into the Imperium's hierarchy. Relief washed over the bridge. It wasn't a complete victory, but it was far better than the alternative. Thank you, High Commander, Rais responded. As a gesture of good faith, I'll order our drones to detach from your vessel. She nodded to Alvarez, who initiated the recall sequence. A wise decision, Drovak said. Trust must begin somewhere. As the Mantis units returned to the Thunderbolt, Drovak continued, we will remain in this sector for 7 cycles to await further instructions from the Imperial Council. During this time, you are permitted to maintain position at a respectful distance. We will transmit basic cultural and historical data to facilitate understanding between our peoples. We would welcome that exchange and will reciprocate with information about Earth and humanity, Rais offered. Drovak made a gesture that the translation software couldn't interpret. Until our next communication, Commander Rais, know that you have earned a rare thing today, the curiosity of the Varaxian Imperium. The transmission ended, and the bridge erupted in relieved sighs and nervous laughter. Stand down from battle stations, Rais ordered. Maintain sensor coverage and keep the quantum drive on standby, just in case. As the crew followed her orders, Rais sank back into her command chair, the weight of what had just transpired settling on her shoulders. Humanity had faced its first alien encounter, not with the peaceful scientific exchange they had hoped for, but with a tense standoff that could have easily escalated into war. Yet somehow, they had navigated those dangerous waters and emerged with the potential for diplomatic relations. The Varaxians had underestimated humans, expecting a technologically inferior species easy to dominate. Instead, they found a resourceful civilization that had developed along unexpected paths. "Commander," Lieutenant Park called from his station, "we're receiving the promised data package from the Varaxian vessel." "It's extensive." Reyes nodded. "Begin analysis immediately. I want to know everything we can about the Varaxian Imperium before our next conversation with High Commander Drovic." As the Thunderbolt maintained its position at a safe distance from the alien vessel, Reyes couldn't help but feel that this was just the beginning. Humanity had announced its presence to the galactic community not with a whisper, but with a demonstration of strength and ingenuity. Whatever came next, Earth would face it standing tall.